Welcome to Self-Improvement Sunday. Today's quote comes from Sanhita Baruah, who said, it is not as much about who you used to be as it is about who you choose to be." Hi there, my name is Christopher Diarmani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published book with ease. And it's the thing I just absolutely love doing. And one of the tools that I use, one of the ways I help authors choose who they want to be, is by helping them design a complete roadmap for success so they know every step of the way what they need to do in order to get their book written and published and marketed successfully, right? It's how do you turn your book writing dreams into reality. That's what we're all about around here, and we're specifically going to talk about that today. So we like to think of ourselves as the victim of circumstance when the reality is so much different. The reality is that we are far more powerful than we can possibly imagine. We're certainly far more powerful than we choose to be most days, right? Too often we abdicate our own personal responsibility in favor of choosing that easier path, the path of least resistance, the path that is really simple. You just slide down the slide, but it's actually in the opposite direction of where fulfillment lies for us and for the dreams that we have for our lives. So I would argue that today, no matter when you're watching this, whether it's live with me or watching the recording some other time, I would argue that today is the day, the most important day for you to change your life, for the direction of your life, for the course of your life, for the actions you're taking today in order to achieve your dreams in your life. Whether your dream is a published book or whether it's some other lofty goal, the question you need to ask yourself is simply this: who must I become to achieve this goal? Who must I become to turn this dream of a published book into my everyday reality? Isn't that a great question? Who you are, and the reason why it's such a great question is because here's another simple reality. Who you are right now in this moment is not the person that you will be once you achieve that dream, once you achieve that goal. Once you're standing on the mountaintop and your book is published, you'll be a completely different person than you are right now, today. And I say that because you're going to need to do a bunch of different things. You're going to need to learn some new skills. That's a very basic thing. You're going to need to hone those skills into the mighty talents that will propel you to excellence. You also need to find new ways to motivate yourself, especially on those days where you don't feel like it. Especially on those days you don't feel like it. And you also need to answer a whole host of questions, including, how do I design an effective outline so writing my book is really fast and really simple? Because that's ideally the best way to write, is when it's simple, when everything is in that roadmap. What must I stop doing today or do less of today in order to make the time to write my book? Because here's another simple reality. We don't find the time to do anything. We make the time for the things that are important to us. So if you're not writing your book today, ask yourself another question. Why is this not important to me? I'm saying this is a goal I want for my life, and yet I'm not doing the thing that's required to turn that dream into a reality. Who is the person my book will serve most profoundly? Who will it help the most? Who will it take out of that problem and that pit of despair that they're currently living in because they need the solution that only you can offer in the way they need to hear it? That's a really important distinction. Everyone has their own set of ideal readers. And even if you and I write the exact same, well, I shouldn't say the exact same book, we write on the exact same subject, the same topic, you'll attract very different readers than I will because you will approach it very differently than I will. And that's the beauty of it. That's the absolute beauty of it. And of course, you'll need to figure out, where can I find him or her? Where can I find this group of people, these individuals who make up this group, who my book is designed to help? How will I market my book? How will I promote my book? What are the things that I will do every single day to make sure that the people who need the solution I have to offer can find it? And of course, will I self-publish or will I traditionally publish? Will I need to find you'll need to find an editor. Will I need to find a book agent, or will I do things a different way? Because there's benefits to both, but it is a decision that needs to be made thoughtfully, not just on a whim. It really does. And if you choose to self-publish, well, there's a whole host of things you need to learn there as well. There's a whole process, starting with, your outline, starting with your blank page, all the way through to getting your book completed. And then there's cover design, there's back cover blurb, there's marketing promotion, there's ad copy, there's all this stuff that you'll need to learn. And that's regardless of whether you're traditionally published or not, because the promotion end of things is entirely up to you. Whether if you're traditionally published, yes, they may do a little bit, but the job is yours to market your book to the people that are most likely to read it, nobody else's. So in other words, how will I turn my dreams into reality? How will I turn this dream that I have for a published book that impacts lives in an amazing and powerful way? How will I turn that dream into my everyday reality? At the end of the year, this is kind of the question a lot of people ask, and we start making, New Year's resolutions and all these things. I would argue for a better plan. I would argue for you to take a deep dive into what it is you want, why it is you want that, and who it is you're going to help by doing that. And it would be my pleasure, it would be my honor to walk you through a process that I've used for myself and with a whole bunch of other authors so that we can turn our dreams into our everyday reality. If it's something you would like to do, then I would highly encourage you to go to christopherdarmani.net/dreams and schedule a time for an appointment with me so we can walk through this process. I think you'll discover that, well, you might have an idea of what this is going to be looking like on the way in. I'm willing to bet that on the other side of this call, you will see that you've managed to kick open some really big doors of possibility for the ability to do things in a way you hadn't even thought of, half hour before we met. That would be my ultimate dream for you, is to have you have that response, outcome, whatever you want to phrase it as. So please go to christopherdarmani.net/dreams and schedule your success. This is the starting point for the success that you want for your life in 2023. It's not about who you are. It's not about what you do. It's about who do you want to become this coming year and what impact do you want to make. And if you've enjoyed today's video, I would love for you to like it and share it. And if something, truly hit your heart, blew your mind, maybe it made you feel, oh my goodness, this really is possible for me. I would love for you to share that in the comments. I would love to know what that looks like. And I would also love for you to connect with me on social media, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, connect with me on YouTube. And the links to all of my social media platforms are found at sleekbio.com/Christopher. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your day. And regardless of whether we choose to meet together or not, I would highly encourage you to make the choice of who you want to be in this coming year and the impact that you want to make this coming year. All right. With that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.